Shabbat Shalom and welcome. I'm Rabbi Panken.
I'm Micah.
And we're happy to be with you tonight to come into your homes to celebrate Havdalah and to start a new week in a new way. We started with the words Tzaddik Hatamar this evening, which talk about how the righteous will flourish like palm trees. And trees are a really important part of Jewish tradition. The reason why we have these fun fruits and these different colored grape juices and the song Tzaddik Hatamar Yifrach is we're starting with all of this because we're welcoming a new week in which we'll be celebrating Tu B'Shvat. Now, Tu B'Shvat literally means the 15th of the month of Shvat. There's nothing very fancy about that. It's just a particular day of the month. But according to Jewish tradition, there are 4 new years, and one of them is Tu B'Shvat, the new year of the trees. It wasn't a major holiday. In fact, Tu B'Shvat was simply the day that the farmers knew they were supposed to bring the offerings of their fruits to the temple in Jerusalem. In the Middle Ages, it became more than a kind of spiritual tax day. The mystical rabbis added the opportunity to taste 15 different fruits on Tu B'Shvat, and they created a Tu B'Shvat Seder, an order of eating the fruits that you were supposed to follow. And you'll notice here that we have different kinds of fruits on the plates. Here we have fruits that have pits in them. Here we have fruits that have shells. And over here we have fruits that are completely edible. You could eat every part of the fruit. So fruits with pits would be things like dates or olives or avocado. Things with shells on them might be nuts like almonds or oranges or pomelos or grapefruits or bananas or pineapple, things where you couldn't eat the outside. And then all kinds of berries and raisins, grapes, figs, apples are all fruits where you can eat everything, all the parts of the fruits. Why did the mystics want to eat different kinds of fruits? Well, they said that each of the fruits represents a different notion. So take, for instance, the fruits that have pits in them. Usually when we eat them, we just throw the pits away, we discard them. But when you think about it, the pit is the life force of the fruit. If we replanted the pits, we would get more fruit. And so it reminds us to pay attention to the things that we might discard and to remember the growth that sometimes can come from the most overlooked places. Then we have fruits that have shells on the outside. They're barriers. But when you peel away the shell, when you get beyond the barrier, you find that there's tremendous taste and sweetness. And so even though it takes some work to get inside, there's a wonderful reward. And these fruits teach us to look beyond the outside, to look inside, to discover the goodness that might be hidden, even if we have to do a little bit of work to find it. And then finally, we eat the fruits that are completely edible. These fruits teach us about wholeness that exists in the world around us. Nothing in these fruits is discarded or wasted. And even when there is brokenness in the world, these fruits remind us that there are glimmers of wholeness all around us waiting to be enjoyed. So the fruits give us sort of an outlook on life, a way to approach the world. Now, another tradition that's included in a Tu B'Shvat Seder, you'll notice that Micah and I have a lot of grape juice right here. We have white grape juice that has a little bit of pink, purple grape juice in it, a grape juice that is mostly purple with a splash of the white, and then finally a full purple grape juice. And we drink 4 cups of wine. Now on Passover, we drink 4 cups of wine to remember redemption. But on Tu B'Shvat, we drink 4 cups of wine or grape juice to remember the seasons. So right now we're in winter. The world is white, sort of stark and clear and devoid of everything, not a lot of color around us. But then as spring comes, the world begins to open with more color. And then in the midst of summer, we get beautiful flowers and lots of color until at the end, There's a deep, rich color that fills the world. And so drinking the glasses of grape juice takes us through the season, reminds us that even though we're now in winter, spring is going to come. And the cycle is going to happen over and over again. And so we take a little sip to remind ourselves not to get lost in the depression or the cold or the bleakness, blandness of winter, but to continually remain optimistic and hopeful for the budding and the blossoming of the world. Though it's cold and nature is sleeping, spring is going to return year after year. There are many, many different ways to celebrate Tu B'Shvat, and I encourage you this week to take a moment to celebrate Tu B'Shvat. Maybe it is gathering all these different kinds of fruits and grape juice and making a little Tu B'Shvat Seder for yourself. You can do it on Zoom. We all know how to do that now. Tu B'Shvat is coming on Wednesday, January 27th, and it's going to continue into the next day, into Thursday, January 28th. If you want to do a Tu B'Shvat Seder, you can either email me, and I'm happy to send you links to a good one, or you can go on the URJ website, where you can find examples of Tu B'Shvat Seders. You can join our Tu B'Shvat Taste of Israel next Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. We're going to be joined by our incredible tour guide, Karen Hananel, who's going to take us on a tour of nature in Israel. And if you register, we will have a little bag waiting for you at the temple to pick up, and you'll be able to pick it up and then taste some of the Israeli goodies along with you. And if you live far away and you want to join us, just let me know, and I'm happy to give you a little list of what you can collect before the Seder. One of the best ways of celebrating Tu B'Shvat is to plant something. Micah, should we plant something this week?
Yeah.
What's something that you usually plant around this time that you can use at Passover?
Parsley.
Parsley, exactly. So it is a tradition to plant parsley at Tu B'Shvat so that it is grown and ready to eat at your Passover Seder. So do you want to do that this week? Should we do that?
Yeah.
We are going to do that. Good. We can also plant trees in Israel in honor of someone or in memory of a loved one. Or you could just plant a tree outside or find a new potted plant for your house. There is no nicer way to celebrate the birthday of trees than by planting more trees. Trees give us so much. They give us air and shade and lumber and food. So go out this week and hug a tree or sing happy birthday. Well, maybe not really, not literally. If you want to, you could. But I do hope that you'll take some time to really look at the trees around you, notice the different varieties that are right outside your window, maybe take a walk in your neighborhood or when you travel in your car, look at the trees in the world around you. Pay attention because our trees are these quiet miracles that exist around us all the time. And as you see them, I hope that you will fill up with gratitude for all that the trees bring to us. Do you have a favorite kind of tree, Micah?
I like maple trees.
You like maple? What do you like about the maple tree?
They can be tall, they can be short. We planted planted 3 outside a couple of years ago.
And the reason why we planted them was because your grandparents had maple trees at their house. And so it's a great way to remember them because they really love those trees. And so we're keeping their tradition alive. And those maple trees get really pretty during the fall as well. So think about your favorite tree and enjoy trees this week. That's all you have to do. Now we're ready for a week that brings Tu B'Shvat. So let's turn to Havdalah and get that week started.
Have
המבדיל בין קודש לחול, חטאותינו ימחול. זרענו וכספנו ירבה כחול, וככוכבים הלילה. שבוע טוב, 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 שבוע טוב. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu HaTishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu HaGiladi. B'mheira v'yameinu, Yavo Eleinu. Im Mashiach ben David, Im Mashiach ben David. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu HaTishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu HaGiladi. The twisted candle brightens our hearts as together we watch the Sabbath depart. We smell the spices and taste the wine as the stars in the sky begin to shine. Shavua Tov, may you have a good week. May you find the happiness you seek. Shavua Tov, may your week be fine. May it be as sweet as the Sabbath wine. Say goodbye to a special friend as another Shabbat has come to an end. Shavua Tov are the words we sing to say may you have a happy week. Shavua Tov, may you have a good week. May you find the happiness you seek. Shavua Tov, may your week be fine. May it be as sweet as the Sabbath wine. Shavua Tov, may you have a good week. May you find the happiness you seek. Shavua Tov, may your week be fine. May it be as sweet as the Sabbath wine. Shavua Tov. Shavua Tov.